Getting confused with MS. There is a test for MS, not for ME. Claire, I honestly don't know. Okay, I honestly don't know. Would I take ADHD medication? I do not know. I'm blocking you because you say you're a doctor. Absolutely not. Bye-bye. All the TikTok doctors come out the woodwork. So, Apple user, what is the range of my mobility? I can get around the house. I can't walk around outside. I can barely walk 20 meters without needing my wheelchair. Quite often I collapse. I can't do it reliably. I can't do it safely. Yeah. And yes, I am frustrated because of the heat. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Reggie, for putting that. I can never spell it. So Reggie, thank you for putting it in the chat. I'm trying to pin it. Mods, can anyone pin Reggie the Try's comment for me? Wow, these comments are going super fast this evening. Ivy, I don't have diabetes. No. That was not the comment I wanted pinned, but thank you very much. It was the previous comment, but whoever pinned it, thank you. I don't know, Florence. I'm not saying it isn't Emmy. I'm saying I'm no doctor. I'm saying I genuinely don't know. And that's why I'm talking with the ME clinic that I'm under and why they're looking at things. Autism doesn't cause temporary paralysis. Okay, what about autistic burnout or autistic exhaustion? I don't know. I'm asking these questions. I genuinely don't know. Yes, Bernie, you're not understanding, Bernie. It is possible I might have been misdiagnosed. Misdiagnosis does happen in this country. Doctors aren't infallible. Goalkeeper Tay, okay, autism burnout doesn't cause paralysis, but I'm not paralysed. Don't worry, Lucy, that's fine. Unpin that comment, Lucy, that's fine. Is that right, Kat? It's more mentally not wanting to talk to people than physical exertion. Okay. Task paralysis. Can autistic burnout cause severe exhaustion? Or can ADHD burnout cause severe exhaustion? Yes, it can. Right. If ADHD or autism burnout, because I'm going to focus only on autism because I have autism. That's been confirmed. So I'm going to err on the side of caution about ADHD because I've not yet got a diagnosis. I don't want a diagnosis, but I might end up with it. I do not know. Okay. I'm asking these questions because I haven't been given any help yet. Apparently the clinic has asked my GP to refer me to, hold on, let's see if I can read it off my report. Let me find my report on my files and I'll read you what my referral recommendation was. I think it's that one. No, it's not that one. Is that one? Yes. Right. So just bear with me while I scroll to the bottom, because I know the recommended bits are on the bottom. Turn it that way so I can actually read it. Bear with me a second, guys. I'm just finding the bit where they talk about what they want my GP to do. Not sure if this is the right. I tell you, I've got 5 documents. Well, this is the 60-page one, and I know it's on this one somewhere. Assessment, blah blah blah. Recommendations, here we go. A referral to an occupational therapist with the experience in sensory integration to assess and support oral sensitivities, including desensitization and practical self-regulation strategies. Something I've never been aware of before is when I saw Mel, you're welcome to come in the box if you want to. And to those people who think I'm being phony, to those people who think I'm lying, to those people who think I'm making it up, jump off and go and join the other people at Diddley Squat Farm, because you mean nothing to me, and you can go and sit with the cows at Jeremy Clarkson's Diddley Squat Farm, because you mean absolutely diddly squat. Bye bye. Auntie Net, so what made me realise I might have autism? I didn't even think about autism. I was talking about ADHD when I went to the doctors, because people on here were saying to me, when were you diagnosed with ADHD? Or you've got ADHD, and I'm like, no. Things like that. And a couple of people literally said, we thought you knew you've got ADHD. And I'm like, no, I've never even had it mentioned to me. So I went to the doctors talking about ADHD, and the doctors turned around to me and said, we want you to get checked for autism as well. I was like, whatever. They did the autism first, and I have it confirmed. And that is the biggest surprise to me. And that's why I've done more reading on ADHD, but not autism. Apple user. It's different areas of the country. It's the postcode lottery. It is the postcode lottery in this country. It's unfair. The NHS right to choose. I did not go privately. I have not paid for anything. How many times do I have to say that? Was I naughty at school? No. But I was incredibly a loner at school. I was very sensitive. Very sensitive. I've always believed you've got to be good. To the point where I'm, you know, some people say I'm very dry and I don't have much of a sense of humour, things like that. It's because I've always been goody two-shoes. It's only in my 30s and 40s that my goody two-shoes has slipped, if you understand what I mean. And I will be the first to say that. I was Miss Goody Two-Shoes at school, but I was very much a loner, and I had immense sensory sensitivity. I always followed the rules, Reggie. Yes, always followed the rules, to the point where sometimes it made me ill, I think, because I followed the rules. I worried about the rules to the extreme. If somebody said something, I would believe it. I literally take so many things literally. And yeah. When I was at school, I was bullied. I had people who screamed down my ears certain words, which to this day I won't mention, because to this day I don't want people using them again, because it brings up bad things. And people used to think, oh, it's her hearing that's giving her problems. And it wasn't. It was these words on my senses. Yeah. Thank you, Ruby. Yeah, it's just a top. It's not a dress, but thank you. The reason I'm being so open about it isn't because I want sympathy. I don't want sympathy. I don't want anything like that. The reason I'm being open about it is I want to share the journey in the hopes it helps other people. Just like I shared my PCOS. Just like I've shared talking about ME. I'm sharing all of this because I want to share it to help other people. I have had no help up to now. If I can help other people by sharing my story, I will. Tady, I did see, yes. I will look later, unless it's urgent. Have I been out tonight? No. Came in from outside, but I haven't been out, no. Aussie, I got my diagnosis on the 12th of May while I was at Disney. How can you be sensitive and come live? Okay, so Solar Glows says, genuine question, how can you be sensitive and come live? I don't know. No, I know you're not being mean. That's absolutely fine, Solar Glows. I genuinely don't know. I'm sensitive to noise, particularly. I'm particularly sensitive to noise. Yes, it has, Mason, yes. What happened at Disney? I had an amazing time, thank you very much. Nothing negative happened. Lucy Lee, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't have it. I'm saying it is up for talking about with the medical people I'm currently under. Didn't see me wearing them when I was wearing them. Yes, I do, Reggie. And until recently, I've never thought about the fact I cut labels out of things. I can't wear certain woolly clothing or that type of thing. I just put it down to skin sensitivity. I didn't realise it could be something else. But yeah. Going back to basics wants me to let them in the box. Let me have a look. I will let you in the box. Yes, you seem to have a sensible account. Depends if you're talking about something I want to talk about. So I will let you in and see what you want to say. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hiya. I've been listening to everything you've been saying.
Sorry, first of all, what's your name?
My name's Charlene. How do I turn the camera on?
At the bottom of your box, the window. That's it.
Hi.
Sorry, what was your name? Charlene?
Yeah, Charlene.
Hi,
Hi.
Charlene. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you too. I've been listening. Hello, everyone. I've been listening about your recent diagnosis. And myself, I'm also been diagnosed ADHD.
Right. At the moment, I've only been diagnosed with autism.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I have ADHD. I'm saying I'm awaiting for a diagnosis process to start.
Yeah, and I've been listening to everything you're saying, and it just rings so true to me because I've only recently been diagnosed myself.
Okay.
And a lot of things that you're saying, and I'm seeing a lot of your comments are a little bit nasty because as someone like myself, like they say, oh, you've been Disney, you're not wearing noise cancelling headphones. Well, I'm autistic, but I don't wear noise cancelling headphones. Like, you know, so, and I think autism is on such a spectrum that actually, yes, I used to have HGV toys, yeah. It is on such a spectrum, and all these years of you, for example, masking to now understanding and learning about yourself, I think people are being very quick to judge when you've just recently had this diagnosis and you're navigating this yourself.
Yeah.
So I only wanted to come into the box to support you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I am on a learning curve, a huge learning curve. Yeah. At the age, I don't know how old you are, Charlene, but I'm guessing you're a bit young. You're definitely younger than me. To be diagnosed with this at 52 for me is huge because it proves to me for the whole of my life to now that there's not something wrong with me.
No.
But I am wired differently, so I do things differently to other people.
Absolutely.
And it's the explanation for that I'm grasping onto. It's not the fact that I've been diagnosed with something else.
No, absolutely. And I hear you like questioning yourself with your ME diagnosis as well. But there's a lot of links when it comes to neurodivergent and other diagnoses, right? So the best advice I can give to you is just let things be what they are, research it. Are you undergoing a workshop as well soon now you've had the diagnosis?
What, for autism?
Yeah.
So the clinic I saw, don't know if you heard me read out earlier on the thing they said about referring me to somebody who can help me with my sensitivity to noise.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The thing is, when I'm sensitive to noise, there's a couple of things that I really notice. And it's always been blamed on my hearing problems. I genuinely have hearing loss. Since I was a child, genuine hearing loss since I was a young child. And it's low level noise.
Oh, interesting.
Not high level, it's low level noise that I've got a noise, I've got a hearing loss at low level.
Right.
Base level, yeah.
Yeah.
High pitch, I'm very sensitive to. So when as children, people were screaming down my ears and stuff like that, I'm not saying what words they screamed, but it was, for me, it's still a sensitive. So I won't use those words.
No, that's fine. That's your boundaries.
Exactly. But the kids screaming those down my ears, everybody always thought it was because I had hearing problems that I was sensitive.
Yeah.
On top of that, when I'm in a crowded environment, I'm not going to tell people where I was on Sunday, but people know I went out with Rebecca. And while I was out with Rebecca, I kept having to say, sorry, pardon, can't hear you, things like that. Because because there was too much background noise, I couldn't work out what people were saying.
Yeah.
Now, I can hear them. Yeah. I can hear them, but I can't hear them.
Do you also sometimes you hear them talking, but it's almost not registering in your brain?
It's not registering at all.
Yeah, that happens.
Now, that has always been blamed on my hearing loss. But is it possible that's part of my autism or ADHD?
Absolutely, yes it can.
Which has never been picked up on before.
This
But
is
it's a
it.
huge problem I have. When I'm talking to somebody like this, or I'm talking on live, or I'm talking on one-to-one, no problem whatsoever.
It's because you've
When
got
I've
no
got
distractions.
When I've got a cold, my hearing gets worse. So when I've got a cold on a one-to-one basis, I can have some problems.
Yeah. Did
But
you
most
know people with autism are also hypersensitive to their bodies? So if you are poorly, like autistic people can be known as almost a bit of a hypochondriac but it's not. It's because we're just so hypersensitive of what's going on in our bodies as well. So that was what I was trying to comment and you couldn't read it. So that's why I said, let me come in the box because I thought that might be something that would be quite helpful to you.
Can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Can you post that? And
Yeah.
tag me in it and tag other people in it and say, I'm not lying.
Absolutely.
I'm joking. I'm joking when I say that, Charlie.
Listen,
But the
honestly,
thing
I
is,
talk about it quite
the
often
number
anyway.
of people who think I'm lying, the number of times I get called a hypochondriac, the number of times. But you've just said something that nobody's ever said to me before.
And that's why I wanted to come into the box to tell you. In a way, to help you feel seen as well, because
Thank you.
I've been known as a hypochondriac all my life. I've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia and I've actually run businesses. I've run a business for 10 years. And when you was talking about the boom or bust earlier, I'm now in bust. So I'm now doing the content creator side of things.
Yeah. So when I moved up to North Wales and I started my own business, I had my own shop. It went amazingly for 6 months.
Yeah.
Then I had a major crash overnight.
Yeah.
Literally overnight. Complete collapse. I'd way overdone it, and everybody immediately put it down as an ME crash.
This is it. And there's so many things that get misdiagnosed. I've always been diagnosed with anxiety, depression all my life, and actually it turns out I'm neurodivergent, you know?
I've never been clinically diagnosed as depression. I've
really?
been checked multiple times as for depression. I do not have depression. I know I don't have depression, and doctors have confirmed I have never been diagnosed as clinically depressed. Everybody has the odd day where they get depressed.
Yeah.
Everybody does. I'm talking about I've never been diagnosed as clinically depressed. I have been diagnosed as clinically anxious, or as I've clinically got anxiety, whatever the correct phrase is.
There's all different ones. You've got generalised anxiety disorder, panic disorder. There's loads of different ones. Yeah.
I don't know which one. I was just told I have anxiety.
It's probably generalised anxiety disorder then, probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I now question whether actually that's part of my autism.
Honestly, Annette, this is exactly me. So all my life, what I thought was panic attacks are actually autistic meltdowns.
And
Can you
the thing
believe
is,
it?
do you know what I had?
What's
From
that?
2002 to 2016, I had panic attack after panic attack after panic attack, some really severe, some not so severe, some that left me almost catatonic,
Wow, yeah.
Really shut me down.
Yeah, yeah.
To the point that I knew what was going on around me and I couldn't, but that was definitely an anxiety attack as opposed to my ME being exhausted.
Yeah, absolutely. And also there is a link with anxiety and ADHD and autism anyway. So it's all interlinked, and I genuinely wish you all the best about finding out about you. I've been following you for a long time, Annette, if I'm honest. I'm just a silent watcher.
Thank
but
you.
I could have told you was neurodivergent years ago, but I would never say that. Do you know what I mean?
No, but the thing is, it's only because of people on here that have said things to me. And, the funny thing was, it was Pitta who turned around to me and said, I thought you knew you had ADHD. And I was like, no, ADHD's never even been mentioned.
Wow.
But it was other people who'd said things first. Because I know Pitta has ADHD.
Yeah.
And I turned around to Pitta and said, so-and-so says they think I've got ADHD. What do you think? And she was like, girl, I thought you always knew you had ADHD.
This is it. And neurodivergent people and other neurodivergent people almost seem to gravitate to each other. Is anyone in your family neurodivergent as well?
Yes, but I'm not going to talk about that at the
No,
moment.
you don't need to. The reason why I say that is because also it is a trend in family. So I'm quite open. My sisters are neurodivergent, and so is my mum.
I will talk about my cousin.
Okay.
My cousin has... Now, I'm not going to talk too many personal details.
You don't need to.
So my cousin is younger than me.
Yeah.
Male cousin, who... No, I'm gonna use these words with a question mark and wonder if I'm using them in the correct context. Okay.
Yep.
Ritalin.
Yeah, ADHD
Was that an ADHD medicine that's still used or not used anymore?
I'm not actually 100% sure, if I'm honest. I know it was used back in the day. I'm not sure about it now.
Okay, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. So
yeah,
he was severely hyperactive as a young child.
Oh, it's still used.
Still used. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
They emigrated to America, and he got Ritalin in America.
Oh, okay.
Before it was used here.
Oh, wow.
They couldn't get help for him here. When they emigrated to America, they got help. He got help.
Yeah, there is a lot more help out in America than there is in the UK.
And I'm talking, he's in his 30s now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk any more than that about him.
No, you don't need to, absolutely. I'm on the waiting list for my ADHD meds at the minute. As soon as I get them, I'm going to give them a try, because my sister said they've changed her life.
Well, one of the things I want to know, and you may or may not know the answer to this, and if anybody else knows the answer to this, I would be intrigued. Does anybody, or is anybody aware of any link between autism and or ADHD and eating disorders?
So I'm ADHD.
Yeah.
And the medicine that they give to ADHDers is the same medication they give to people with eating disorders. So with ADHD, it's like a dopamine thing. I impulse eat a lot, and I eat my feelings. I have done for years.
Well, that's what I've done for years. And
thank you for being open about that, Annette.
I mean, I have talked about the fact that I used to have an eating disorder.
Oh, okay.
I have talked about it briefly in the past. I don't talk about it often. I have tackled my eating disorder. I have tackled my eating disorder, and I have it a lot more under control than I used to have.
Well done. That's
when 20 years ago, you would not catch me saying I had an eating disorder. 10 years ago, I knew I had an eating disorder and was in the process of dealing with it. Now, I no longer have an eating disorder, but I still probably eat more than I should. Because I'm bored and my fingers need something to do. My mouth needs something to do. One of the things I love about TikTok is I talk so much on TikTok that I don't sit here eating.
Yeah, true. That is very true, actually. That's the same with me.
That's one. People said to me the other week, "Why are you eating on live? You say you don't like eating on live." Well, I was eating on live because I was having my lunch at Disney.
Oh, fair.
And I don't like eating on live because I know that when I'm on live, I don't eat as much.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like eating on live, because I know I don't eat as much when I'm talking. Does that make sense?
Makes complete sense. The other thing
I'd like to just say, somebody's just put in the chat, eating disorder equals anorexia. Not true.
No,
eating disorders come in all forms. Yes, anorexia is one form of eating disorder.
That's correct.
One form of eating disorder.
Absolutely. The other thing I was going to say is what you might find is the reason why you eat less.
Did I misread it? I apologise. Did I misread it? It went so fast. I apologise.
Yeah, the comments are going really fast.
Sorry, guys. If I misread it, I apologise. I caught it at a glance. I didn't see who posted it.
I didn't see it, to be fair.
They said it doesn't. Whoever posted it, I apologise. Okay, whoever posted it, I apologise. I completely misread it.
Sorry, I'll stop. Someone said stop interrupting. It's typical ADHD. So when you go to talk, I'm like, yeah, because I want to be able to.
Is trying to get your words out before somebody else is finished, is that an ADHD and autism thing?
100%. So you're saying that you'll be talking about a conversation. I'm like, oh, and my brain's lighting up. And I don't mean to interrupt you. It's just because I'm
I
can relate to this.
Say that thing now because it's so important to what you've just said.
Otherwise, you're going to forget.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. What I was trying to say is when you're talking about eating and going live, what it could also be is that you're getting your dopamine fix by being live.
Yeah.
Rather than, and that's why you don't eat. So you're still getting your dopamine fix.
When my eating disorder was at its worst, as a teenager, I had severe bullying at school.
No.
I didn't want to go to school. I was called every name under the sun. I was physically, mentally and emotionally bullied at school.
That's awful.
I had hardly any friends. I did have a few friends, but very few. And I constantly ate sweets and chocolate.
Yeah.
I look now at that and I think to myself, was my comfort eating, which I have looked at and addressed and all that type of thing. Was that me finding a way to cope with all of my autistic traits and things without knowing about autism?
Yeah, it could be like self-soothing.
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, it could be self-soothing. So for me, I have a blanket. It was handmade years ago. It's a giant blanket. And I have to go and lay under my blanket sometimes when I'm overstimulated. Some people eat. Everyone finds their own coping mechanisms, and that could have been yours. Oh.
That's why I collect teddy bears. Teddy bears my soother.
Oh.
That's why I have 300 plus teddy bears.
Yeah, and someone in the chat just said sweets give you dopamine too. It's a dopamine fix. And sometimes dopamine doesn't necessarily have to be something positive. You can get dopamine from arguing with someone. So like me and my sister are quite fractured. We argue quite a lot. But that's because we get dopamine from it. You know, it's such an eye-opener.
Something I've never done, but just want to ask you a question.
Of course.
I've never done this, but I'm asking this question because it might be relevant for other people.
Yeah.
SH. I don't want to say it, and I'd ask you not to say it.
Yeah.
SH.
Yeah.
Please do not put the words in my chat. If you don't know what it means, don't worry. You said that self-soothing can be a bad thing as well as a good thing.
Yeah.
Is that me miswording it?
I know what you mean.
Could SH be also somebody trying to self-soothe in a negative way?
Yes. So it can be when you struggle to regulate your emotions, sometimes to self-regulate can also be in unhealthy ways as well. So that's why they probably asked you that in your assessment.
Yeah, because that's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah.
Because it just came to me. They did ask me that in my assessments. Yes.
Yeah, it absolutely can.
So I appreciate this, Charlene, because you are answering so many questions for me tonight. I will probably have forgotten half this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because my brain, one of the things I'm finding at the moment is I'm on overload. And I can get to a certain point and then I'm like, I can't take any more.
Yeah, I'm done.
I was talking to people in Discord last night. Mm-hmm. And we were having a conversation and I was struggling because of the heat. I was struggling because of things that are going on, completely nothing to do with my health, nothing to do with TikTok. Yeah. And B started barking her head off because she was barking at noise outside and blah, blah, blah. And I just got to the point where I just couldn't cope. And I was like, ah!
Yeah.
I had a mini meltdown.
And people with autism do struggle in the heat. I struggle, do you know, I'll tell you a little secret, right? I struggle in the snow.
Not going to be a secret for long because there's 800 people in here.
I struggle in the snow, Annette, because when it snows, the world, to me, it sounds different.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I can agree
you
with that
understand what I mean?
it dampens the sound, doesn't it?
Yes. Oh my
Yes,
God, I'm
I
sorry,
can
I feel
understand that
so
one.
sick.
I can understand that one. Yes,
Yeah. So I struggle in the snow because the world, it sounds different to me.
I actually can understand that one. Yes, I
I
actually
love
really
that.
do understand that one. Yes.
I feel so seen. Does anyone else understand me?
Somebody else just said yes. Tracy. Oh God, yes, it really does.
Yeah, and it makes me really struggle and it triggers me. Yes, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on the live, but there are certain medications that you have to be careful of in the heat, but Annette is probably aware of that anyway.
I'm not talking about PCOS tonight, guys. Please, no PCOS talk tonight, please. That's just another layer of my health on top of everything else, and I'm
That's
not
how I
talking
found
about
you
that
initially.
tonight.
That's how I found you initially when you was raising awareness.
Okay,
I've followed you for years. I'm just a silent watcher.
that's fine. I know I have an awful lot of silent watchers. I know that, and thank you for saying you wanted to come and talk to me, because I am so careful about who I let in the box these days, because
I feel
you've seen
honoured.
what's
Thank you
happened
for
over the
having
years.
me. I know how it feels to struggle when you've had that diagnosis and you kind of feel a bit lost. And I just wanted to help you feel seen, and that, you know, you're not alone in this, and that your chat was kind of saying some really nasty things. I was like, well, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I'm autistic and people don't come at me, so why are they coming at you, you know? So I wanted to just raise a little bit of awareness.
One of the reasons people go for me so much is, and I'm going to say it, so many people have made so much stuff up about me that isn't true.
Yeah,
But people believe what they want to on TikTok.
absolutely.
And that is dangerous, because one day you'll believe the wrong person about the wrong thing and you'll be following the crowd into whatever.
Yeah.
You have to make your own judgments about things. I'm talking about anything here, guys. Don't be somebody who just follows the herd. One day you'll follow the herd into a dangerous situation and you won't be able to back out of it.
Absolutely. I also think sometimes when people want to believe something, that's just how they initially think anyway, and that's how they want to think about you.
Yeah.
So TikTok can be a wonderful place, but it can also be quite a toxic place. And I just wanted you to know that there is people out here to support you in it, and I wanted you to feel seen today.
I am hearing. This is hard for me to say because it's something I don't say very easily. I am hearing the positivity from people a lot louder than I used to hear it.
That's amazing.
It's taken me a long time to get there, but I am slowly hearing the positivity more.
That's really good.
I'm still hearing the negativity, but I'm hearing more positivity.
That's really good.
I'm like, it used to be 20% negative, 80% positive, but I'd hear it the other way around.
Yeah.
I'm now nearer 50-50.
That's really good.
Do you understand what I mean?
Absolutely. And I
I'm
think,
hearing,
yeah.
even though there's less negativity than there is positivity, I'm now hearing it on a roughly 50-50 level. Hello, darling. You come to say hi. She just flies down from a perch and comes and joins us.
Oh, she's lovely. But absolutely, I think it's really naturally our human brains will grab onto the negative and hold on to it because we're our own worst critics, right?
Yeah.
But I'm so pleased that you are listening to the positive, and it's so important because, you know, we're hard enough on ourselves, and especially if you're neurodivergent, you're your own worst enemy because you get frustrated with yourself. So I'm really proud of you for looking at the positive and actually living life. Like I've seen you've recently been to Disney, you had the best time. Live your life, Annette. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So I'm just keeping an eye on B. She's definitely been feeling the heat a little bit this evening.
Yeah, my dog has as well. But honestly,
she just kind of, I'm just checking on her. Yeah, she's fine.
I just wanted to say to you, and I will let you carry on with your life, but I wanted to just, voice a few things.
You know what? I appreciate it, Charlene. I really do. I really do.
Honestly,
Guys, can we have
anytime.
some positivity in the chat for Charlene, please? Can we say
Oh,
thank you? I
Oh,
really
thank you,
appreciate
everyone.
it, Charlene, and I hope other people have appreciated it as well.
Absolutely.
And from just noting some of the comments, it looks like you might have had, you might have helped a couple of other people there as well, not just me.
That's awesome. I'm so pleased. And
Charlene,
honestly,
thank you very, very much.
thank you for letting me up in your platform. But also on top of that, if you ever have any questions from someone that's recently been through it, follow me back. We can have a chat. Like, you can have my number, and any questions you've got, you can always ask me.
I appreciate that. I know that I will forget who everybody is. You know, if you follow me long enough, you know that I've got a brain for a sieve.
Yeah,
a sieve for a brain.
Yeah.
And basically, I will forget. And I'll be saying tomorrow, who was that person who I was talking to? And it's what happens. It's what my brain
Absolutely.
does.
I know.
So-
And listen, I won't take offence. I
Thank you.
understand.
Please don't take offence. Take a gate post instead, but don't take offence.
Absolutely. Just know
So it's
that
all
you are
the
in a
old
safe
jokes.
space.
All
And
the
if you
old
want to
jokes.
speak, and if you want to speak to me, if you remember me, you can at any time.
It's not that I don't remember people deliberately. It's just
Of course.
I'm terrible at things like that. I really
I
am,
love your
and my regulars know it, and I'm sure you do too, because you've been here. If you've been here long enough, so
But I'm also the same. So honestly,
Oh, there you go.
don't worry, I'm exactly the same. I will sometimes go to reply to a friend on text, but in my brain I thought I've replied, and then I forget about it about a month later. Go into the chat, I thought, oh, I've not sent that text.
somebody just said you own a toy shop.
I do, yeah. That's my main account, but I've actually recently, because I'm in Bust, I've actually
Right.
come away from that on TikTok, and I'm more on my creator account side now.
Okay, so are you still a toy shop or not so much at the moment?
It's still available for people to buy, but ultimately I'm just doing the creator side at the minute because I'm
Somebody
suffering
else is running the toy shop.
Yeah, I'm suffering at the minute, if I'm honest. I'm in a bad place. So, I'm mainly doing this one now. But thank you
Fair
for
enough.
asking.
Somebody put it in the chat, so I just thought I'd ask. So
Yeah, no, I did. I was actually...
in case you want to give yourself a plug with 800 people watching.
That's so kind.
If you want to tell people what the other one is, feel free. If you want to give it a plug.
H2B Toys, yeah, people have commented. H2B Toys, that's my main account,
okay.
yeah. I was the first toy shop to launch on TikTok Shop, yeah.
What type of things do you sell?
Sensory items. So I've recently started manufacturing my own brand. You might have seen it on TikTok, actually. The stick resistant slime doesn't stick on clothes and carpet.
Okay.
So again, because of my recent diagnosis as well, I've kind of really tapped into that as well. So, but at the minute, as I say, people are still available to purchase on the shop. It's just right now I'm having a break.
Fair enough. And having a break, you know what? One thing I've learned, sometimes having a break is very well needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm enjoying doing this side. Oh yeah, people say my quote. I'm quite enjoying doing this side of TikTok. And I think doing this, I wouldn't have been able to have reached out to you today, you know? So
have a conversation like this. You've definitely helped me. And who knows how many other people you've helped in talking to me. So thank you.
Honestly, it's been a pleasure. I won't trouble you
H
anymore.
for Henry, number 2, B for Bertie.
That's correct, yeah. But I'll leave you to crack on with your live now. But thank you so much for letting me
Bye
know.
bye. Give her a wave. Give Charlene a wave. You gonna wave? There she goes.
That is too cute. Oh, that's made my day. Thank you.
See you later, Charlene. Do you know how to jump
Take
out?
care.
Do you know how to jump out?
I think, yes, I do. Thank you very
Brilliant.
much.
See you
And I'll
soon.
speak to you soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Right. That was very cute that she actually did a wave. Right, I have 20 people requesting the box. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not going to do it because I can see an awful lot of people look like trolls. I apologise, guys. I can see there's possibly a couple in there who aren't, but I'm just not going to take any chances. I'm just not taking any chances. At this moment, I'm not taking any chances. I might open the box shortly, but at this minute, I'm not taking any chances. Thanks, Pizza. I didn't even see you in there, Mama Jones. Otherwise, yeah, I would have accepted you if I'd seen you. Oh. Right, I'm running out of my drink, so I better not drink too much more. So I'm just keeping an eye on her. Again, she has eaten this evening, but she's not eaten anywhere near as much as normal. No rain yet, no. Not that I'm aware of anyway. Let me just double check. I'm not aware of any rain. I can't hear any rain, and the rain has disappeared.